Keanu Reeves walked through the bustling set, his presence radiating a calm, yet magnetic energy that drew people in. With every step, he exuded a sense of warmth and humility that belied his status as a Hollywood superstar. His trademark smile, genuine and unpretentious, had a way of putting everyone at ease, from the crew members adjusting lights to the young actors rehearsing their lines. Keanu was not just an actor. He was a beacon of kindness in an industry often overshadowed by ego and rivalry. Before we dive deeper into this heartwarming tale, I'd like to invite you to join our community. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to us and is the key to sharing more touching stories like this one with a wider audience. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. As Keanu prepared for another scene in Bill and Ted Face the Music, he caught sight of something unusual out of the corner of his eye. It was a simple sign, hand-painted and placed prominently on a lawn nearby. The bright letters proclaimed, "You're breathtaking." A wave of nostalgia washed over him, reminding him of the viral moment that had endeared him to fans around the world. It struck a chord deep within him, not just as a celebrity, but as a person who understood the power of kindness and connection. The sign was crafted with care, not just a hasty gesture, but an expression of admiration that resonated with Keanu's own values. He paused, his heart warmed by the sight of it. In that fleeting moment, he felt an urge to bridge the gap between his world and that of the family behind the sign. It was a call to action, a reminder of why he loved what he did, his craft, his interactions, and the joy he could bring to others. In a world where fame often creates barriers, Keanu had spent his career striving to break them down. He remembered how, during interviews, he would often emphasize the importance of human connection, how simple acts of kindness could change lives. This sign was a perfect example, a testament to the impact one person could have on another, even from a distance. The joy it brought him echoed the joy he wished to share. Compelled by an inner voice, he approached the lawn, curiosity dancing in his eyes. As he drew closer, he noticed a family gathered outside their home, the parents beaming with pride while their children stared wide-eyed at the man they had admired from afar. Keanu could see their anticipation mixed with disbelief, as if they were caught in a beautiful dream from which they didn't want to wake. "Hey there," Keanu called out, a friendly tone lacing his words. The children gasped, their faces lighting up with recognition. Their favorite actor was standing mere feet away, and the moment felt surreal. The parents exchanged glances, uncertain if they should approach him or simply stand back and admire the scene unfold. Keanu knelt down to meet the children at eye level, his demeanor warm and inviting. "I saw your sign," he said, his voice soft yet full of enthusiasm. "It's amazing. Thank you for that." The little boy, who had held the sign aloft, beamed with pride, his cheeks flushed with excitement. He could hardly believe that the man on the screen was speaking directly to him. "Can I take a picture with you all?" Keanu asked, his eyes sparkling with genuine interest. The family erupted into delighted laughter, and the parents quickly nodded, urging their children to gather closer to Keanu. The children scrambled to position themselves next to their idol, their smiles wide and unfiltered. As the camera clicked, capturing the moment, Keanu felt an overwhelming sense of joy. It was moments like these that reminded him of the beauty of life, the spontaneous connections that could be forged in an instant, the shared laughter, and the warmth of togetherness that transcended the boundaries of fame. The conversation flowed effortlessly. Keanu asked the children about their interests, their favorite movies, and what they wanted to be when they grew up. They spoke excitedly, their words tumbling over each other as they shared their dreams. The boy who had held the sign expressed his desire to be an actor, his voice filled with determination. Keanu listened intently, nodding, encouraging him to follow his passion. He shared stories from his own journey, emphasizing the importance of perseverance, kindness, and staying true to oneself. "No matter what happens," he said earnestly, "always remember that being a good person is what truly matters." The children hung on his every word, their eyes wide with admiration. It was a lesson they would carry with them, one that would echo in their hearts long after the encounter. As they chatted, Keanu noticed the parents standing back, a mix of awe and gratitude painted across their faces. He gestured for them to join in, inviting them into the circle. "Come on, you're part of this too," he exclaimed, his infectious enthusiasm drawing them in. The family quickly gathered around, and Keanu made sure to include everyone in the conversation, creating a sense of unity that filled the air with warmth. The sun began to dip lower in the sky, casting a golden glow around them. It felt as if time had paused, allowing this moment to stretch out into eternity. Laughter and stories mingled, forming an invisible bond that would forever connect them, the kind of connection that could only be forged through shared experiences and genuine kindness. After what felt like an hour, but was really only a few precious minutes, Keanu stood up, brushing off his knees. "I should get back to work, but I want you all to remember this day," he said, his voice sincere. "You're all breathtaking." The family erupted into laughter again, the joy of the moment solidifying the memory in their hearts. As he began to walk away, the children waved enthusiastically, their faces still glowing with excitement. Keanu turned back one last time, his smile radiant as he shouted, "Keep dreaming big. You can achieve anything." With that, he rejoined the set, leaving behind a family filled with warmth and disbelief. The encounter became a cherished memory for that family, a story they would tell for years to come, an illustration of how a small act of kindness could create ripples of joy that extended far beyond that moment in time. For Keanu, it was just another day of doing what he loved, but it was also a reminder of the profound impact he could have on the lives of others. The world may be vast and sometimes indifferent, but in those fleeting moments of connection, it felt like a smaller, kinder place. As Keanu rejoined the bustling activity on set, a gentle smile lingered on his face, the warmth from that encounter still radiating within him. The crew continued their preparations for the next scene, but Keanu felt a renewed sense of purpose. It was moments like these, rich with authenticity and human connection, that reminded him why he was drawn to acting in the first place. It wasn't just about the roles he played or the accolades he received. It was about touching lives and making a difference, however small it may seem. The crew could sense a shift in Keanu's demeanor. He moved with an invigorated energy, engaging with everyone, from the grips carrying equipment to the makeup artists perfecting his look for the next shot. He exchanged jokes with the camera operators and offered words of encouragement to the young actors rehearsing their lines nearby. The atmosphere on set seemed to glow, infused with the joy that Keanu had spread through his simple yet profound act of kindness. As the day progressed, Keanu's thoughts drifted back to the family he had met. He imagined the children recounting the story to their friends, their voices animated as they described the day they met Keanu Reeves, the man behind their favorite characters. He could picture their parents smiling proudly, knowing they had given their children a memory that would last a lifetime. It was a beautiful tapestry woven from threads of gratitude, joy, and admiration. When the director called for a break, Keanu decided to step away from the set and take a moment for himself. He wandered toward a nearby park, where the sound of laughter and playful shouts floated through the air. Children played on swings, their parents watching nearby, creating a scene that felt almost idyllic. Keanu found a bench and sat quietly, allowing the world around him to settle in his heart. In that moment of stillness, he reflected on the power of kindness. It was a currency that transcended fame and success, a language spoken by every human being regardless of their background. He had experienced the highs and lows of life in the public eye, but it was the genuine connections he forged that had left the deepest imprint on his soul. Those moments of heartfelt interaction were what kept him grounded, reminding him that at the core, we are all simply people seeking connection and understanding. As he sat there, a young girl approached him, her eyes wide with disbelief. She clutched a small notepad, her fingers trembling slightly. "Excuse me, are you Keanu Reeves?" She stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. Keanu smiled warmly, nodding. "I am. What's your name?" he asked, his tone inviting and gentle. "Emma," she replied, her cheeks turning a rosy shade. I saw you filming, and I just wanted to say that you're my favorite actor." "Thank you, Emma. That means a lot to me," he said, genuinely touched. "Do you like movies?" Emma nodded vigorously, her shyness momentarily forgotten. "I love them, especially The Matrix and John Wick. My dad and I watch them together all the time." "Those are great films. I'm glad you enjoy them. What do you want to be when you grow up?" Keanu asked, leaning forward with genuine interest. "I want to be a director," Emma exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "I want to make movies that inspire people, just like yours do." Keanu's heart swelled with pride for the young girl. "That's an amazing dream, Emma. Remember to keep pursuing it. You have the talent and passion to make it happen. Just stay true to your vision, and don't let anyone tell you it's impossible." Emma's smile widened, her face lighting up as if she had just received a treasure. "Can I take a picture with you?" she asked, her voice brimming with hope. "Of course," Keanu replied, positioning himself next to her as they both smiled at the camera. The moment was captured, and as Emma walked away, her heart full of joy, Keanu felt a familiar warmth spread through him. Each interaction, no matter how brief, held the potential to change someone's day, or even their life. As he returned to the set, he carried with him a sense of fulfillment that came from being part of something greater than himself. The crew resumed their work, and Keanu stepped back into character, immersing himself in the world of Bill and Ted Face the Music. The laughter, the camaraderie, and the shared passion for storytelling enveloped him, and he felt grateful for the opportunity to create art that resonated with people. The day drew to a close, and as the sun set, painting the sky in a tapestry of oranges and purples, Keanu gathered with the cast and crew for a wrap-up meeting. They shared laughs, reflected on the day's work, and celebrated each other's contributions. It was a tight-knit community, woven together by the shared love of filmmaking and the bonds they had created along the way. As the night deepened, Keanu found himself reflecting on the day's encounters. The young fans he had met were not just fleeting moments, they were reminders of the impact his work could have, both on and off the screen. The ripple effects of kindness were far-reaching, and he felt a renewed commitment to embodying that spirit in everything he did. In his heart, he made a silent vow to continue reaching out, to continue spreading positivity wherever he went. Whether it was through a simple smile, a few encouraging words, or taking the time to connect with those who admired him, he knew that these small actions could create lasting change. As the crew began to disperse, Keanu lingered for a moment, taking in the laughter and camaraderie surrounding him. He felt a wave of gratitude wash over him, a realization that he was part of something special, something far more significant than any individual role he played. If this story is touching your heart, make sure to comment from where you are hearing this amazing story. Your thoughts and reflections inspire others and help keep the spirit of kindness alive. As he finally turned to leave, the words he had shared with Emma echoed in his mind. Stay true to your vision. It was a message not just for her, but for everyone. As he walked away from the set, the stars began to twinkle above him, a reminder that no matter how vast the universe may be, the connections we forge with one another are what illuminate our paths and guide us home. As he walked away from the set, the stars began to twinkle above him, a reminder that no matter how vast the universe may be, the connections we forge with one another are what illuminate our paths and guide us home. With each step, Keanu felt a sense of fulfillment wash over him, a quiet reassurance that he was doing what he was meant to do, creating art, inspiring others, and sharing kindness. The next day, as filming resumed, Keanu carried with him the energy from his encounters. He found himself more engaged, more attuned to the crew and cast around him. During breaks, he would wander through the set, stopping to chat with the grips, the costume designers, and the makeup artists, each conversation a thread weaving the fabric of camaraderie tighter. His genuine interest in their stories and experiences created an atmosphere of warmth, transforming the set into a close-knit family. One afternoon, as the sun poured golden light onto the set, Keanu noticed a young extra sitting alone, her expression a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Remembering the shy Emma from the previous day, he approached her, a friendly smile lighting up his face. "Hey there, what's your name?" "Rachel," she replied, her voice barely above a whisper. She was taken aback by his directness, the warmth in his demeanor making her feel at ease. "Nice to meet you, Rachel. How are you enjoying being part of this film?" Keanu asked, genuinely curious. "I'm so happy, but I'm also a bit scared. This is my first movie," she admitted, her cheeks flushing. Keanu knelt beside her, eye level with the young girl. "It's completely normal to feel that way. Just remember, everyone here started somewhere. Embrace the moment, and don't be afraid to shine. Your enthusiasm is what makes this experience special." A spark of confidence ignited in Rachel's eyes as she listened. "Thank you, Mr. Reeves. I really appreciate that. I want to be an actress one day." "You can absolutely do it," he encouraged. "Chase your dreams with all your heart. You have everything it takes." With that, he suggested they take a quick selfie together, capturing an instant that would become a cherished memory for Rachel. As the days turned into weeks, Keanu found himself immersed not just in his role but in the lives of those around him. His days on set were filled with laughter, shared stories, and an unspoken promise to uplift and inspire. The camaraderie among cast and crew deepened, fueled by the simple acts of kindness that Keanu had sparked. During one particularly long day of filming, the crew was starting to feel the fatigue set in. Sensing the low energy, Keanu proposed an impromptu ice cream break. He organized a small treat for everyone, and as they gathered, it felt like a celebration, a moment to recharge and reconnect amidst the demands of their work. The sound of laughter echoed through the set, revitalizing spirits and reminding everyone of the joy that brought them together. In the midst of the laughter, Keanu spotted a familiar face. Emma's father had come to watch the filming. Keanu waved him over, and they struck up a conversation. He learned about Emma's aspirations and how her encounter with him had inspired her to pursue her dreams with renewed vigor. The father expressed gratitude, sharing how meaningful the moment had been for their family. "Your kindness has created a ripple effect," he said, his eyes shining with appreciation. "Emma talks about you all the time. You've made a lasting impression." Keanu smiled, feeling a sense of pride swell within him. "It's the connections we make that truly matter," he replied. "I'm just glad I could be there for her." As filming wrapped and the crew prepared to go their separate ways, Keanu felt a bittersweet pang in his heart. The bonds formed over those weeks felt significant, each person leaving an imprint on his journey. On the last day, he gathered everyone for a group photo, a way to commemorate the experience they had shared. They cheered together, the joy radiating from their smiles, capturing the spirit of the time spent together. In the weeks that followed, Keanu received messages from fans and families sharing their stories of how his simple gestures had impacted their lives. Each note touched his heart, reaffirming his belief in the power of kindness and connection. As he settled back into his routine after filming, Keanu made a conscious effort to carry the spirit of those connections into his daily life. He became involved in community events, visiting schools, and speaking to young aspiring actors. He shared his experiences, encouraging them to believe in themselves and to be kind to one another. Through it all, Keanu continued to live out the values that had guided him throughout his career: humility, kindness, and a commitment to making the world a better place, one small act at a time. The encounters on set had been more than just fleeting moments. They had become a part of his legacy, a reminder of the profound impact we can have on one another when we dare to connect. In the end, the story of Keanu Reeves and his young fans became a testament to the idea that even in a world filled with challenges, the simplest acts of kindness can create lasting change. It served as a beautiful reminder that we are all breathtaking in our own ways, and that our shared humanity is what binds us together in this vast universe.